RCB, The Rise Before the Fall, Part 1. The complete story of Royal Challengers Bangalore, 2008 to 2016. Some teams win trophies, some teams win hearts, and then there is Royal Challengers Bangalore, a team that somehow became bigger than trophies themselves. For years, RCB gave cricket fans everything: entertainment, madness, superstars, historic matches, unbelievable batting. But there was always one thing missing: the IPL trophy. And maybe that is exactly why this franchise became so emotional, because every single season, RCB looked capable of winning everything, and somehow they always walked away empty-handed. This is not just the story of a cricket team, this is the story of dreams, of chaos, of loyalty, of legends, and of a team that came painfully close to greatness before everything collapsed. This is the story of Royal Challengers Bangalore from 2008 to 2016, the rise before the fall. Chapter 1: The birth of RCB. In 2008, the BCCI launched the Indian Premier League. Cricket was about to change forever. 8 city-based franchises were introduced. Among them was the Bengaluru franchise, purchased by Vijay Mallya for $111.6 million. At that time, it was one of the highest bids in IPL history. The franchise was named Royal Challengers Bangalore. The name itself came from Royal Challenge, a liquor brand owned by United Spirits. And immediately, controversy began. Because unlike other teams, RCB looked directly connected to an alcohol brand. But one thing became clear instantly: people noticed RCB. The franchise signed Rahul Dravid as its icon player. Alongside him came legendary names like Jacques Kallis, Anil Kumble, Mark Boucher, Zaheer Khan, Ross Taylor, Dale Steyn, Cameron White, and a young under-19 World Cup winning player, Virat Kohli. At that moment, nobody knew it, but that teenager would eventually become the heartbeat of the franchise. Chapter 2: The Nightmare Beginning. RCB played the opening match of IPL history and it became a disaster. Kolkata Knight Riders batted first. Then Brendan McCullum played one of the most destructive innings cricket had ever seen. 158 not out, 73 balls, 13 sixes. KKR scored 222. RCB collapsed for just 82. Rahul Dravid scored 2. Virat Kohli scored 1. Jacques Kallis scored 8. RCB lost by 140 runs. Even today, it remains one of the most humiliating defeats in franchise history. The rest of the season did not improve either. Despite having stars everywhere, RCB completely failed. The dream beginning had become a nightmare. But nobody realized it yet. This suffering was only getting started. Chapter 3: The Warrior Arrives. After the disastrous first season, RCB rebuilt aggressively. Kevin Pietersen joined the franchise, Robin Uthappa arrived, young talents like Manish Pandey entered the squad. But once again, the season started badly. Then Kevin Pietersen left for national duty, and suddenly, Anil Kumble became captain. That moment changed everything. RCB transformed from a glamorous team into fighters. This was no longer just a team full of stars. Now it had character, belief, aggression, discipline. Manish Pandey became the first Indian player to score an IPL century. Kumble delivered magical bowling performances, and suddenly RCB shocked the cricket world by reaching the IPL final. For the first time, the trophy looked close, painfully close. But destiny had other plans. RCB lost the final to Deccan Chargers by just 6 runs. Their first heartbreak had arrived, and sadly, it would not be the last. Chapter 4: Building a Powerhouse. 2010 became another strong season. Anil Kumble continued leading from the front. Jacques Kallis dominated with consistency. Virat Kohli slowly evolved into a dependable batter. Praveen Kumar delivered RCB's first IPL hat-trick. The team reached the playoffs once again. But the trophy still remained out of reach. Yet one thing was becoming clear: RCB was no longer weak. They were becoming one of the most dangerous teams in the IPL. And somewhere in the middle of all this, Virat Kohli was quietly growing into something special. Chapter 5: The Gamble That Changed IPL History. Then came one of the biggest decisions in franchise history. Ahead of the 2011 mega auction, RCB retained only one player, Virat Kohli. Not Kallis, not Dravid, not Kumble, only Kohli. That decision shocked fans, but years later, it would define the identity of the franchise itself. RCB rebuilt completely. ABD Villiers arrived, Daniel Vittori became captain, Zaheer Khan returned, and then came a player nobody expected to change IPL history forever, Chris Gayle. Gayle went unsold in the auction. No team wanted him. Later, RCB signed him as an injury replacement, and cricket changed forever. The IPL did not know it yet, but RCB had just signed the most destructive T20 batter the sport would ever see. Chris Gayle exploded. Sixes started flying everywhere. Bowlers suffered, stadiums shook. RCB became the most entertaining team in world cricket. Gayle won the orange cap, Virat became more consistent, AB de Villiers started showing flashes of genius, and suddenly RCB looked unstoppable. The team reached another IPL final, one step away from immortality. But once again, the dream collapsed. CSK defeated RCB in the final. Second final, second heartbreak. And slowly, the trophy started feeling cursed. Chapter 6: The Golden Trio. From 2011 onwards, IPL witnessed one of the greatest batting trios ever assembled. Chris Gayle, AB de Villiers, Virat Kohli. Together they became larger than cricket itself. Gayle brought destruction. AB brought magic. Kohli brought passion. Every RCB match became an event. No target looked impossible. No bowling attack looked safe. Even opposition fans tuned in just to watch them bat. And then there was AB de Villiers, the player who made people fall in love with RCB. Not because of trophies, not because of records, but because nobody had ever seen cricket played like this before. AB was not just a batter, he was magic. Scoops over the wicketkeeper, reverse flicks for six, shots that looked impossible even in video games. Every time AB walked out to bat, the entire stadium believed something unreal was about to happen. And somehow, he always delivered. When RCB collapsed, AB rescued them. When matches looked finished, AB brought them back. When pressure became unbearable, AB smiled and attacked harder. For many years, he was the soul of RCB's middle order, the man who turned hopeless situations into miracles. And for countless fans, AB de Villiers was more than a superstar. He was the greatest entertainer cricket had ever seen. Because while Virat gave RCB passion, AB gave them wonder. And together with Chris Gayle, they created the most feared batting era in IPL history. And this is where RCB truly became a global phenomenon. Not because they won trophies, but because nobody entertained the world like they did. Chapter 7: Records, Madness and Entertainment. RCB became batting giants. Chris Gayle destroyed bowling attacks regularly. He won back-to-back orange caps. Then came April 23, 2013, one of the greatest nights in cricket history. Chris Gayle vs Pune Warriors, India. 175 not out, 17 sixes, 13 fours, 66 balls. RCB scored 263 runs. At that moment, it felt like nobody would ever break those records. And for years, nobody did. Meanwhile, Virat Kohli kept evolving. His consistency became unbelievable. His intensity became addictive. Fans slowly stopped seeing him as a youngster. They started seeing him as the future king of cricket. And with every season, his connection with RCB fans became stronger. Chapter 8: The Rise of King Kohli. While Gayle dominated headlines, Virat Kohli was becoming something much bigger. His aggression became his identity. His hunger became unmatched. His loyalty to RCB became emotional. Every season he improved. Every season he carried more responsibility. Eventually, Kohli became captain. And fans started seeing RCB differently. This was no longer just Bengaluru's team. This had become Kohli's team. and the connection between Virat Kohli and RCB fans slowly became one of the strongest player-franchise relationships in sports history. Because while players came and went, Kohli stayed, and that loyalty meant everything to the fans. Chapter 9: The YUVRAJ Singh Controversy. 2014 became chaos. Outside the field, Vijay Mallya's business empire was collapsing. Inside the auction hall, RCB made headlines again. They bought Yuvraj Singh for 14 crore rupees. At that time, it was one of the biggest IPL signings ever. The team looked terrifying. Kohli, Gayle, ABD de Villiers, Yuvraj Singh, Mitchell Starc, Yuzvendra Chahal. On paper, this looked like a championship winning squad. But once again, RCB failed to deliver consistently. And despite Yuvraj producing important performances, the franchise released him after just one season. Fans were shocked, the trolling increased, and slowly RCB started becoming known as IPL's most unpredictable franchise. Chapter 10: The team that almost made history. 2015 was one of the strongest RCB teams ever assembled. ABD de Villiers was unstoppable. Virat Kohli was elite. Chris Gayle remained terrifying. Yuzvendra Chahal emerged as a world-class spinner. Mitchell Starc strengthened the bowling attack, and for the first time in years, RCB looked balanced. Not just entertaining, dangerous. ABD de Villiers played innings that felt impossible. At times, he single-handedly rescued RCB from collapse. There were matches where bowlers had perfect plans, perfect execution, and AB still destroyed them. Not with power alone, but with imagination. The team reached qualifier 2, and honestly, many fans believed this was the closest RCB came to winning before 2016. But once again, CSK ended the dream. Another painful exit, another unfinished story. And slowly, RCB fans started asking themselves a terrifying question. If this team cannot win, then which team can? Chapter 11: The greatest IPL season ever. Then came 2016, the season that transformed Virat Kohli into an IPL immortal. RCB started poorly, the season looked doomed. Then Kohli happened, and what followed felt unreal. 973 runs, 4 centuries, 7 50s, an orange cap, records shattered everywhere. Virat Kohli was not just batting, he was carrying an entire franchise on his shoulders. But alongside him stood ABD de Villiers, the man who turned pressure into entertainment. While Kohli played with fire, AB played with freedom, and together they became unstoppable. Their partnerships felt unfair. Bowlers had no answers. Fans stopped leaving stadiums early because with Kohli and AB still batting, anything felt possible. ABD de Villiers delivered match-winning knocks throughout the season. At times, he looked superhuman. Meanwhile, KL Rahul exploded. Shane Watson added experience. Every RCB match became an event. Every chase felt possible. Every stadium echoed with belief. And at the center of it all stood Virat Kohli and ABD de Villiers, playing one of the greatest batting seasons IPL had ever witnessed. At times, it genuinely felt like they refused to let RCB lose. RCB stormed into the final, one step away from history, one step away from redemption. Sunrisers Hyderabad scored 208 runs. RCB began the chase brilliantly. The trophy looked close, painfully close. Then everything collapsed. Wickets started falling. Momentum disappeared. The dream slipped away again. RCB lost the final by 8 runs. And one of the greatest seasons in IPL history ended in heartbreak. Even today, many fans still believe 2016 was the most painful defeat in IPL history. Because that year, RCB had everything. The form, the momentum, the stars, the belief, the perfect story. And still, they could not win. The fall before the storm. RCB had everything. Chris Gayle, ABD de Villiers, Virat Kohli playing the greatest IPL season the tournament had ever seen. The perfect team, the perfect momentum, the perfect opportunity. And still, the trophy slipped away. That night changed RCB forever. Because after 2016, something broke. Not just inside the team, but inside the fans too. If this squad could not win the IPL, then maybe RCB were cursed. Maybe some teams were simply never meant to become champions. And over the next few years, that feeling only became stronger. The collapses became worse, the trolling became louder, the heartbreak became heavier. Legends slowly started leaving, one by one. But through all the chaos, one man stayed: Virat Kohli. Still fighting, still carrying the burden, still chasing a dream that refused to become reality. And somewhere in the middle of all that pain, RCB's real story began. Not the story of entertainment, not the story of superstars, but the story of survival. Because what came after 2016 was far darker than anybody imagined. Fade to black. What happened next changed RCB forever. For 18 years, millions kept believing. They survived every high and every heartbreak. But after 2016, everything started falling apart. Legends disappeared, but one man never left. Every season broke them more, but somehow the dream still survived. This was no longer cricket, this became emotion. RCB Part 2, The Dark Years, coming soon.